Hey, welcome back there, Greybane. So, got a build video for you guys. So, currently using a couple of really new weapons. I wanted to show you what we got here. We're going to show you what we're using on skills. So, here is the Sorceress staff. Still working on getting it fully upgraded. We've got it currently up to a 4 on refinement. Now, you can take these up to a 9. So, definitely looking forward to see how amazing it's going to be. Currently, I'm using Stamina Siphon. 2 attack perks and 2 attack speeds on it as well. It does a really good job of dealing with those heavily armored individuals that you're going to run into in the game here. So I'm going to show you a clip of doing some fighting with that here. Okay, and then we are also we're dual wielding swords over here, and we're going to show you what we're using: the Hollow Visage and the Melted Ambition. So Hollow Visage is the sword that the Reed Devil uses. It does a really good job. I actually have tweaked this one out a little bit, put critical rate on it, went ahead and added Wind Slash. We have attack 2. And still, I'm going to be working on building these up with better Abyss artifacts. Going to do some grinding this weekend on that as well. Melted Ambition, this has Ground Surge, attack 1, attack speed 1. I'm going to show you a video here of this thing in combat using dual wield. Fantastic stuff, and I'm going to explain to you what you're seeing in this build during the battle. You're going to see a lot of like green mimics of what's happening whenever I do certain functions with the blades. What that is actually in your skills, and you want to come over here to Nature's Echo. Nature's Echo has a echoing spin slash. Okay, this is when you do your spinning slash, which is R1 and X with this thing, and then you're going to do the echo forward slash, which is just an R2. You can charge that up, and every time you do that, it will then echo that attack for the amount of damage that you put out to begin with. It does a really good job, especially forward slash, for coming in and just building up that stagger meter. That is the yellow line that you see under these bosses and stuff. It builds up a stagger, and then you can get in there and do some serious attacking on there. Echoing stab is something else I'm looking at doing. I don't use stab a whole lot, but it does look like it's going to work pretty nice. But before you work on that one, I do recommend, before you do that stab, to come over here and get Blinding Flash Finisher. If you get used to using Blinding Flash, like I had showed y'all in some of the earlier videos, you can then come in and do a very rapid flurry of strikes, which usually puts the enemy out real quick and just does a fantastic job. Typically, without that, whenever you do the Blinding Flash, it staggers in for a second, but it takes you a minute to get in there with the blade. This eliminates that delay and just really hammers out on those guys. So some pretty cool stuff, but I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there is another perk I do recommend that you get. Obviously, Force Palm, and when you upgrade that one, you're going to have where you could do that multiple jump cycle. And then we have an expertise, which is going to be a proficiency to perform up to 3 strikes, which we haven't done that yet, but it's getting pretty close on that one. I do recommend that you get at least up to focus 2. What that does is whenever you're using all those abilities I was just showing you, one, you're using stamina for your echoing abilities because your forward slash and your spin slash uses stamina. But then that in turn is going to use spirit, which is that little oak leaf down below there, the little green one. When that runs out, you can actually click your L3 and R3 joystick straight in, and that'll go into a charge mode. Now, if you are in a large battle and you have a little bit of this left and they come at you, once you open up Pulse in that focus, it's number 2 on focus, you can send out a pulse wave, and that will clear the battlefield back for you, so you can have just a moment to really kind of figure out which guy you're going to take on first. It just separates the herd a little bit. So I do recommend opening those perks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If this helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely let me know in the comments. Guys, have a wonderful evening.